bothering me.
Here, squeaking.
Yeah. That's different.
When do you go to Italy?
Wednesday.
Morning, curling fans.
Starts on Friday, Thursday.
We started with 20 teams. We're down to 4. It is semi-final stage here at BADEN Masters 2025. It's our 25th birthday. Happy birthday, us.
Playing shorty.
And the top 4 teams left standing in the competition. Been pretty consistent throughout. We have 3 very familiar teams in these semi-finals and 1 new face in new territory here, but thoroughly deserved. Our featured game for this morning's semi-final, it will be the world champions and runaway best team in the world, Mouat's team from Scotland, and they will be taking on Hoesli's team from Switzerland in new territory. First time in the semi-finals for them, but they haven't lost a game so far. But about to lose a handle on the stone. That's not a good start, but Fraser, the new ice chief, just helping them out. It is the Swiss who will go first. They had a short practice before this game, a quick draw shot challenge, because both teams are unbeaten so far in this competition, won all 4 round robins and won their quarterfinal obviously yesterday evening. And it was the Scots who found the pin better this morning. And they begin the first end with last stone. Next door on sheet 3, we have our other semi-final, and that's 2 very familiar teams. That is Yannick Schwaller's Swiss champions, they will be at Olympics, and Joe Retornaz's Italian champions, they will be at Olympics as well. Mouat's team will be at Olympics, but
Still close.
Don't let that make you think that Hoesli's team will be intimidated. Not at all. They have been steadily working their way up and up and up year on year. They are the current vice Swiss champions.
It's a little narrow to me there.
And a lot like in Scotland, it's really not straightforward being Swiss champion. So even if you're vice champion or close to it, you are still a world-class team. So welcome Hoesli's team to the semi-finals. You'll see we have active cam on the ice today. 2 young ladies from the club volunteering. Many thanks to them.
Back 8.
And indeed, a bright start from Hoesli's team. We will be saying hello to the teams just shortly. I'm sure you all know all the players out there. We started with 4 groups of 5 teams, 9 countries represented. And we're down to the top 4 with 3 countries still represented.
13-7.
We've had countries from, teams from China, Czechia, Germany, Italy, Netherlands, Norway, Philippines, Scotland, Switzerland and Sweden. And here in the semi-finals, we're guaranteed... Oh no, I was about to say we're guaranteed 1 Swiss in the final. That's not quite right. But we have 2 Swiss in the semi-finals. And the world champions from Scotland and the Italian champions from Italy.
Kjell. Spil plats. Kjell. Smeg av hvit. Gå. Helt høy. Høy. Litt med da. Ja, Kjell. Kjell. Okay.
The doubles touching at least one of them.
So let's say hello to the teams, the familiar figures of Bruce Mouat's team from Scotland. Fourth and skip is Bruce Mouat.
Make this as
Third,
well.
Grant Hardy. Second, Bobby Lammy. Lead throw is Hammy McMillan.
Yep.
And patiently waiting their turn for many years, been building up to it. Welcome to
Try and hit three
semi-final
quarters.
stage. Marco Hoesli's team.
Three-quarters.
Fourth thrower is Philip
Trolley
Hösli.
barrier.
Third and skip is Marco Hösli. Second thrower, Simon Glur. Lead thrower is Justin Hauser. Been together a long time, the Höslis. Simon, a new signing a couple of years ago, and an excellent new signing for the team.
Whoa.
But really been working
Yep.
up and up since they were juniors, and just getting better
Whoa.
year
Hurl.
on year.
Hurl. Hurl. Okay.
And as we've seen, aggressive start already in this game. You don't get even one end to settle anymore. You need to be aggressive from the off. It is the high risk, high reward strategy, but that is the only way to beat these big teams. You don't win games by hitting anymore. This is not the 1980s. Team Hösli, they were first into the semi-finals. They were off in 5 ends, I think it was yesterday. They are really quietly demolishing everyone this weekend.
Hello. Don't think that's there. Yep.
Good to see Bobby with proper length socks on. He quite often wears the little trainer style socks and has bare ankles.
Alright.
Although it's been boiling here all weekend, so he maybe wouldn't mind cooling down a wee bit. But the ice has been superb. Chief Ice Master Jamie will be his last BADEN Masters here. New Chief Ice Master Fraser is taking over, so Jamie and Fraser have been working together all weekend to bring us championship ice, nice and swingy, nice and fast. The hog-to-hog time has been about 15 seconds for T-weight, and that's exactly what the teams expect for championship ice. You can see some fans already here for some breakfast curling. If you want to come to the club and watch, you are most welcome. We've got air conditioning now in the club room. So first throw of the game for skip and third thrower Marco Hösli.
Yeah, it's okay. I don't know.
He's kind of wanting to replace that tight guard that Bruce's team removed. That slipped into the house, but that's found a decent spot.
Same idea.
It's a nice setup for red. 2 dangerous reds out front and 1 red in the forefoot. Marco Hösli's team not intimidated at all by the world champions. I'm sure, delighted to have a go at them.
Whoa! Whoa! Yep! Yes! Hard!
Grant wasn't too happy with that one, and that's why he was going for the pair of reds, but just sneaked past and only gets the one.
Okay, ja.
Runde 4.
Gut.
Den ganz kurz einfach, aber.
Ja.
Das ist recht gut.
Objectives in this first end, I'm sure you know the drill by now. With last stone,
Goal 4.
Scotland, they would love to score more than one with their last stone. And the Swiss, they want to prevent Scotland scoring more than one with their last stone. If you want to say hello in the chat, show support for your favourite teams, ask a question, tell us a fun fact about your summer or something. We love that kind of thing. We're friendly.
Yep. Yep.
I see Superfan Megan, of course, in the chat.
Hard. Hard, that's a shot. Hard,
I think you're in Ontario, Megan, if that's right.
hard.
So you're staying up late for the cause.
Weiter, weiter, weiter. Hard. Hard. Okay, that's left. That's up.
55.
Hello, James. Good morning in the chat. James has been watching all weekend as well. Techie Lass watching from Scotland.
Right now it's just feathering
I guess
it.
she will be cheering for Bruce Mouat's team.
I mean, if you hit and roll,
They're a very
can make
easy
the
team to
double.
like, aren't they? They are also the defending champions here, Bruce Mouat's team.
like if you do that and then they play the slash, I can play that.
They were the first Scottish team to win BADEN Masters in 24 years. So they will be delighted to defend that title. And then they didn't really stop from there. They more or less left BADEN and just went all over the world
Whatever
collecting
you
trophies for the next
choose,
6
really,
months.
Sorry? No. It's whatever you're seeing. Just think if you play
Finishing
this,
last
have you ever
season,
played
Bruce
this
Mouat's
app?
team, top team in the world by about a
I
million
might
miles,
then have
truthfully.
that.
Was talking to some of the boys last night and about the points that they'll pick up for doing well in this competition, and they were talking about, you know, 20 points or 30 points, the difference between some of the teams sort of in the middle of the table,
If you're seeing this, I don't mind it.
and Bruce Mouat's team are about 150 points ahead of anyone else, which just shows you
Go for
the
this.
quality of play that they have been bringing.
2/3. Throw and peel. Okay. Yep.
Over on sheet 3, our other semi-final, it is the Swiss champions,
Whoa.
Yannick Schwaller versus the Italian champions, Retornaz. And that's a much better effort from Grant Hardy. He'll be much happier with that. Clears out the whole front of the house. And doesn't that look a lot nicer than 30 seconds ago? Oh, there's Tom's rail announcements. He's always very dedicated watching the BADEN Masters as well. Welcome, Tom.
Yeah.
Ja, ich weiß gar nicht, ob es auch geholfen ist, aber wenn man mit 8 spielt, rollen wir oder probieren wir rot.
First look this morning then at Philip Hösli, who is Marco's brother, younger brother. And Philip been throwing fourth stones for, I think, 2 seasons now. And that clearly working out for them.
Yep. Yep. Oh. Lean. Yep.
And Philip trying to remove both yellows. He's got that spot on. Lovely throw.
Easy peel. Centre stone, probably.
Well, we said this was aggressive end straight out the gate, and it was, but all of a sudden, with 2 big throws from 2 big boys, we've suddenly got a blank on the cards. Excellent save from Marco Hösli there. Not to let the stones spray into the semi-final next door. But yeah, you can see those reds very close together. Should be no trouble for Edinburgh's boy wonder.
Clean.
And it's not. So after all that, not for lack of trying, we've ended up with a fairly conservative end finally. Philip Hösli immediately ready. He knew exactly what was coming with that stone. And he'll just want to hit and replace that yellow. Make sure you give Bruce Mouat something to do with his last throw. But honours even, I think, in that first end. The Swiss, as we said, they were trying to prevent Scotland being able to build an end, being able to build stones, and I think they've done that very well. But Scotland with a couple of real tidy throws from Grant Hardy and Bruce Mouat, just clearing up everything and earning themselves, wait for it, a blank end. So if you're just joining, that was actually an interesting end, but some handy clearing up from the Scots. That means there is no score in the first end. In the second end, in our featured semi-final at BADEN Masters, it is still Bruce Mouat of Scotland 0, Marco Hösli of Switzerland 0. That's our sponsors in the corner on the left there of your screen. The same sponsors that we had last year, so we are delighted that they continue to support this competition. Really a tradition now in the curling calendar, and really all the big teams like to kickstart their season here. And all the foods included, which I always think is a temptation for these big boys. So Justin Hauser, also been in this team for a long, long time, since they were juniors. Being asked again to start off with the guard, try to keep stones in play. We are playing the no-tick rule, and Justin has availed himself of that beautifully. So free guard zone, of course, overrides everything. But if you put a stone on that centre line, as Justin has now played, that stone is protected by free guard zone and no-tick rule. That means you cannot move that stone from the centre line. I think technically you could move it to a slightly different place on the centre line, but I've no idea why you would try that.
Okay, line's great. Yeah. 15-7. Nice having.
I can see some more, well, I'm assuming Scotland fans, people viewing from Scotland, I can see another Hammy McMillan in the chat. I presume that's Papa McMillan watching his son. Good to see you. And Ashley Willocks is watching from Edinburgh, Bruce's hometown, from the Murrayfields Club there. Welcome one and all. So this is interesting. Hammy McMillan throwing up a lovely corner guard with his first throw. Justin Hauser setting up the centre. And Bruce Mouat immediately now going for the centre. Well, we've been talking about this weekend, that it can be a bit higher risk, this approach. Like calling your opposition's bluff and going towards the centre before they can junk everything up. And remember, I was saying that's a tactic to be careful with at the club. Use cautiously, because you don't have Bobby Lammy and Grant Hardy to clear up the middle for you, and you also don't have Bruce Mouat to finish it off. So that's exactly why Bruce Mouat can take such a risk, is because he has an awful lot of firepower in that middle order, and he can draw the pin himself if things are getting a bit tight. At the club, you do not have that facility, so use this kind of tactic with caution. Simon Glure then also being asked to play towards the centre. That won't change Marco Hösli's tactic. His objective is exactly the same. In fact, both objectives for this second end exactly the same. Scotland's objective is to score more than one with their last stone. Swiss objective is to stop them doing that.
Yeah, it's not bad. Right in the nose. This might start spinning towards the corner. Might also go out. That's the only thing.
It is Hammy McMillan Senior. Welcome to you.
Easy peel.
You can see on the right of your screen the other semi-final on sheet 3. That is Yannick Schwaller's Swiss champions. They are playing Retornaz of Italy. And it's the pesky Italians who stole a 1 in the first end. It's Retornaz 1, Schwaller 0.
Hard. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Bobby Lammy just been asked to start now clearing out the centre. And at some point, I'm sure we'll see Bruce trying to bring that corner guard back into play. You can see we've got active cam on the ice today, so we can get up close and personal with the players. We have 2 young ladies from the club volunteering. Good for them. Simon Glure then being asked to replace that guard in the centre.
Play this on the intern.
And I think he has left a bit of a gap. Bruce Mouat's big wide shoulders kind of hiding everything for us, but yeah, there you go. There is definitely a gap on the clockwise handle there.
Are you playing on the end? Think you can make it control? Sorry? Okay. Maybe normal then.
You can see just to the right of the scoreboard there.
It's either that or
See
you try and
Grant having
roll
a look
under
at
here
it.
and get this one over here.
There's two little iPads there, and one of those is the overhead camera at the other end, so you see the boys quite often having a look just to check that they're
you're going
aligned
this
with
way,
what's going
Bob.
on at the other end.
See 9-5, 10.
So Simon Gluerstone not quite curling enough, and that has left a hole for Grant Hardy to thread the needle.
Yeah.
Nope, that's Bobby Lammy going to thread the needle instead.
Whoa. Hard. Yep. Yep, yep. Hard, hard. Okay. Good throw, Bob.
Well, he didn't quite get his stone through that gap there. Yeah, Herb was saying though, good throw, Bob, so maybe that shot just wasn't quite there. Yeah, he's very curly. And unfortunately, for Mouat's team, you can see a couple of little ricochets and the shooter there splitting that centre line. So Marco Hösli will be happy enough with this situation again in the second end. Three of these teams have won this competition. In the past, Bruce Mouat's team, defending champions from last year. Joe Retornaz, they won 2 years ago. And Yannick Schwaller, I think it was 3 years ago. So the past three champions out there. But as I said, Marco Hoesli absolutely belongs in the mix there. That team has just been getting used to winning.
Hair high.
They will not be scared at all of beating these teams.
Keep it going.
That's a fine throw from Grant Hardy, getting rid of both centre guards now. And let's see how this end plays out. We were in a fairly similar situation in the first end. And with a little bit of sharp shooting, we ended up with a blank. But this is still the right throw from Marco. Just keep playing towards the centre. As you can see, it's still red. That shot from Justin Hauser from right at the beginning of the end. Scotland still need to do something about that red. Just biting the 1 foot.
Hair low.
Yep, just like that. Just keep asking the question of Scotland.
And if we clear the centre slightly. Yeah, it's fine.
Big leg drive from Grant Hardy.
Curl. Curl.
He'd love to pick off 1 or 2 stones in the 4 foot here as well. Oh, he's picked off all of them. Well, goodness, gang, it's not for lack of trying that we're ending up with not many stones in play. Look at this for a shot. Red onto yellow onto red, everything goes. Wowzers. Fabulous shot from Grant Hardy. And just like we saw in the first end, starting off with stones in play, the Swiss trying to force the issue, trying to be aggressive. But again, some sharp shooting from the Scots. And all of a sudden, it's not quite an empty house. That little red is just holding on by its fingernails. And the Swiss team, they just need to keep their focus, not let it get to their head that, as I said, the Scottish firepower is monstrous out there, and they need to stick to their task. The Swiss, that's exactly what they're doing. Just keep putting something in the forefoot, keep giving Scotland a problem to deal with. Composed throw from Philip Hösli. Good job, sir.
I've got an inch of it. Okay, yeah, me too.
We play 8 ends here in the semi-finals. If scores are tied, we will play an extra end. We've only had one extra end so far.
8-5.
So a similar idea for Bruce Mouat. It is his own stone he's raising. And he makes that beautifully. And same thing, just keep focusing. Hösli team, don't let this get to your head. I was going to say they have to miss some time, and maybe once a game the Mouat team might give you a miss. That's why it's hard out there. You need to really concentrate as well. It's tough mentally to keep your focus, not let it get to your head to think, oh gosh, whatever we do, they just come along and remove everything. You need to stick to your task, stick to your tactic, play the right shots. Final throw in the second end for Philip Hösli. The sweeper's reluctant to sweep. I think they reckon that the weight's there by itself. That's another great throw from Philip Hösli. Not a bad thing for Philip to just keep playing T-weight after T-weight. That could become very important if he needs some sort of draw the pin in the 8th end. So happy target practice for Philip Hösli.
14-5, yeah. That's good, nice. Okay, I think we can carve it from there if we need to, though.
Final throw of the second end for the defending champions, Bruce Mouat, the world champions, 5-time Grand Slam champions. And you heard Grant Hardy there, never off. Ooh. Well now. I said you might get one mistake per game. And that is an unusual mistake from Bruce Mouat. But big smiles from the Swiss. So not put off by the big firepower of the Scottish team. They stuck to their tactic there, and that has really paid off for them. Their objective was to frustrate Scotland, prevent Scotland from scoring big in that second end, and by big I mean 2 or more. Tick, well done them. And as a bonus, they got a steal of 1. And that means that after 2 ends in our featured semi-final here at BADEN Masters, it is Bruce Mouat of Scotland 0, Marco Hösli of Switzerland 1. My mistake, gang. That little one that was hanging on by its fingernails, that did end up counting. Goodness, what a boost for Hösli team. So let's have a quick look at how we got here. The final is later on today. The final will take place at 1:30 European. And yesterday evening we had the quarter-finals round. That's typically my favourite round. You have all 4 games that are super. So Bruce Mouat, they overcame the Chinese team of Xiao Mingzhu. Marco Hösli's team, they really chased the European champions off the ice. They were first into the semi-finals. Our featured game was Retornaz versus Whyte. Not many teams have ever beaten Whyte's team twice in the same weekend, and Retornaz did it twice on a Saturday. It was a superb game. And finally the all-Swiss affair was Yannick Schwaller versus Yves Stocker, featuring younger brother Kim Schwaller, and that was a great game, but it was Schwaller the elder who triumphed. So yeah, I got that rather wrong. We changed the constellation since the programme, so I gave you wrong information last night about who plays who. But I think any mix of those 4 teams would give us 2 super semi-finals, and it's a straight winner takes all, extra end if needed, and we shall have the final at 1:30 European. So that's how we got here this morning.
Line's okay, we better room.
And over on sheet 3 in
when you can.
Our companion semi-final, that was a score of 2 to the Swiss in the second end. That means the score over there is Yannick Schwaller of Switzerland 2, Retornaz of Italy 1. So the lead players ignoring each other completely. Justin Halser setting up 2 lovely reds in the centre. Hammy McMillan setting up a double corner guard. Right, teammates, now it's up to you to do something with those 2 nice setups. Sleep well, Megan. Superfan Megan. Off to sleep in Ontario. We'll be back for the final. So they want this stone right where Marco's brush is. And they've done that beautifully. Objectives in the third end, still the same for the Swiss.
Try and get this and roll to here.
The Swiss want to prevent Scotland scoring big.
Easy peel.
So a 2 or more. And Scotland will be a wee bit rattled by that steal of 2. That was a very unusual mistake from Bruce there.
Whoa, curl.
And they will want to just steady the ship here in the third end.
Okay.
So that's decent from Bobby, but you saw him tossing his head there. He's not fully happy with that. He'd rather clear more than one stone out of the centre there. But same drill for the Swiss. They're getting an awful lot of target practice here as well, the Swiss. Just playing really nice, precise guards and front of house weight. And that stone curling a wee bit more than they wanted. Does that give an opening for Scotland to now hit and roll?
Okay, can you throw here more?
That red out front.
Yeah, not really, no. This is just going really deep, that's fine. 11-5's fine.
Das ist gerade schon, das heißt, ich weiß es nicht. Ja, she's not sick.
Hard. Clean. Clean. Yep. Yes. Hard.
And they judged that perfectly.
All the way.
That's more like it.
11-2.
It just shows you, doesn't it? Just that stone of Simon Glure just curling what? Not even a stone too far. Just kind of a half shot from him, but that's all these top teams need. You really can't make any mistakes. So let's look at that again. That's pretty much what Bobby was asked for. Just use that red in the front rings to get the angle in behind the corner guards. But as you can see, same situation here. The Swiss can also see at least half of that yellow, and Marco will be playing a similar shot to Bobby. Other way round, inside out. And wants to roll back towards the centre, I would think.
Good sport. Whoa. 10. Clean. 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 Straight. Whoa. Yep. 10. 10. 10. Whoa. Roll. Yep. Roll. Yep.
Much like that. Lovely throw from Marco.
Are you trying this again? Even 11's okay.
Same idea then from Scotland. This time it's Grant Hardy throwing. Use that red next to Bruce's brush. Pop the red out and roll in behind corner guard cover.
Hard.
Has he got it around the guard? Oh, he hasn't. A wee bit off form today, Scotland. They're catching guards when they normally wouldn't. Not finding curl when they normally would. And making Swiss lives reasonably straightforward. Yeah, Grant not happy with that one. The Swiss will be delighted with their start in this game. All they've had to do really is keep drawing towards top of the forefoot, front of house, keep popping some guards in front. They would not, or well, if you'd offered them this for a start, they would have grabbed at it.
Easy.
Kom maar. Kom maar, klik harven.
10.
So simple shots being asked from the Hösli team. Or simple as in the idea is very straightforward. Never easy to do under pressure. As I said, they're getting a lot of target practice in here, the Swiss. They're forcing Scotland to make the more complicated shots at the moment.
Seen some curl here. Even just 13.
Both these teams unbeaten so far. Both of them won all 4 of their round robin games. So nothing to fear for the Swiss from the world champions here.
Yep. Hard. Gotta go. Yep. Yep.
Oh dear. That's not a happy end for Grant Hardy, unfortunately.
13-4.
Same again for Swiss.
Yeah, left side point.
Well, we saw in yesterday's quarter-final how things can really change on a dime. Joe Retornaz's team were 4-0 ahead of Ross Whyte, and all of a sudden Ross Whyte picked up back-to-back threes. So they won't be taking anything for granted here, the Swissies.
Very good. Easy. Easy. Finish close.
Copy paste for Philip Hoesli. Just there, please. Just simple, steady play from the Swiss, asking the questions of Scotland, and Scotland not having all the answers so far. Bruce Mouat with a bit of work to do here still in this third end if they want to score anything. I think the call is to raise that guard.
Not sure if the nose gets all
try and
so we're
drive it into the forefoot.
Make sure we score.
A wee bit like in snooker, when you drive into the pack of reds to scatter them all. That is exactly what Bruce Mouat would like to do with this shot.
Yeah. No, high, sorry.
So that steely gaze of truly one of the nicest people in the game, Bruce Mouat, but he's really like the Terminator when he's on ice.
Clean.
Those
whoa, curl,
blue eyes never taking their sight off the stone, and that's a decent result for Bruce. He's cleared out 2 of the stones on the centre line. But still advantage this year. What was their objective is to prevent Scotland scoring big, which would be 2 or more. And yeah, there is no chance for Scotland to score 2 at this end, and they may even be, well, if Philip makes the shot, they will be forcing Scotland to score 1 instead, and not an easy one at that. So here's a sentence we don't say very often. Currently, Marco Hösli's team really bossing Bruce Mouat's team on the ice there. Same line, I think, being called for Philip Hösli. I think they just want this to just land in front of the house, though. In the front of the house. So in front of T kind of weight.
Finish gut. Easy. Platz.
They know this line very, very well. Just there, please. This is very good stuff from the Swiss. I wouldn't quite say Scotland need to get it together, but they certainly need to steady the ship here. So everyone up for a look at this. Again, no simple shot here. Yeah, is there space to outdraw everything? But my gosh, that's a risk. Ooh, goodness. There's maybe, what, 1 or 2 centimetres of space to outdraw everything. And look at the placement of Philip Hösli's stone there. If Bruce makes the double takeout on the stone just thrown by Philip and the stone in the 4-foot, that won't help him because the red over there in the 8-foot, that will still be lying short. So that's really superb stone placement from Hösli team. So no wonder everyone having a think about this.
Thinking here. Maybe even more. Yep. Might spin there.
Goodness me. Bruce Mouat being asked to draw to exactly the spot that Grant Hardy indicated. He said, yeah, just a couple of centimetres behind T, that will grab enough of the 1-foot, but heavens above, we're asking an awful lot of accuracy here from Bruce Mouat. Now, for the sake of good curling, let's wish him a good throw.
Line's good.
So the world champions under all kinds of pressure this morning.
Really go.
Bruce Mouat being asked to draw to about 2 square centimetres of house there. So his weight was pretty good. Just over curled a bit, but certainly limited the damage. But this is not going well for the world champions so far. Everything is coming up Hösli. And that is a steal of 1 to the Swiss. So if you're just joining us, the somewhat surprising score is Bruce Mouat of Scotland 0, Marco Hösli of Switzerland 3. Three times the Scots have had last stone, but 3 times not quite finding a way to build an end, to keep shots in play. The Swiss just too precise at the moment.
Ja, du gehst schon ein bisschen weiter raus. Schwimmen vorher. Easy. Girl. Schon weiter raus, als vorhin.
Same drill then for the ever reliable Justin Househair. just front of house on the centre line. Well, that is a little bit shorter than they wanted. They don't really need a guard, Swiss. But Bruce Mouat just ignoring that. He is going to have to do something a little bit more aggressive now to make up this deficit. So asking Hammy McMillan for a corner guard.
Line's okay. Line's good. Okay, all the way then. Yep.
I sometimes find it interesting playing lead or considering that, because you can have a very, very good game at lead, but not such a great game overall. It's quite a special position, as we've seen the lead players almost ignoring each other's stones. Justin Hauser attacking the middle, Hammy McMillan setting up corner guards. So both lead players playing very nicely actually, but then you hand over the baton to your teammates and they have to make use of your stones that you've set up. So yeah, you can have a very satisfying game at lead, even if overall it's not such a good game for the team.
Like another corner?
Looks like Hammy McMillan putting a corner guard on the other side of the sheet. So maximum aggression from Bruce Mouat's team. He will be relying on Bobby Lammy and Grant Hardy to clear out the middle though and bring those corner guards into play.
Okay. 16-4.
And this tactic I've been talking about all weekend, that be careful over using guards at the club level. You can get into an awful mess because you don't have Bobby Lammy and Grant Hardy to clear things up for you. And you don't have Bruce Mouat to finish it off. Another fabulous throw from Simon Glura. I tell you, Marco Hösli's team, they really are in form this weekend. Sometimes here at Baden, kind of the unofficial kick-off of the season. Really, most of the top teams, at least from Europe, where it's not so big to travel, most of the top teams here. And yeah, sometimes you can get some surprise results.
Clean.
Just everybody's been out of competition over summer. But goodness me, has Hoesli team jumped out the blocks this season.
12-4.
They are in sparkling form out there. And yeah, Scotland again just not quite finding the right stone placement. Just making sure they're aligned with the shot, the Swiss. I think Marco's concern is that the centre guard is now yellow. And driving that back into the 4-foot would be a different story than driving a red guard back. So I think Simon Glure being asked to guard that yellow guard. He's being asked, I think, to replace that yellow guard.
You play this?
I'm not quite sure what the call was there, in fact.
Like, same weight?
I think for the first time in the game,
Or that, yeah.
Simon Glure plays a stone that doesn't particularly help.
Pretty thin for the split. 12-5. 12-5, and if you're running, I'll go for that. 12-5. A quarter's pretty close, Bob.
Now, they are in their fourth end over on sheet 3 as well. But they're keeping the score secret from end 3. So I can't fully tell you what's going on over there, but it is Italy lying a couple of shots on the centre, which would suggest maybe that it was a blank in the third end. I will confirm when we know.
Clean.
Yep.
Whoa. Curl. Curl. Clean.
Ooh. Oh, and indeed that little yellow just spun itself back in. So that's nice from Bobby. Not an easy shot to split both of those stones into the house. And just at the end, that little yellow grabbing a piece of the house. So a lovely shot from Bobby. All of a sudden, a couple of yellows for the Swiss to deal with. And two vulnerable reds there in the middle.
Okay, da gaan we voor.
Yep. Hard. Hard. Oh. Hey. Pen. Great job, Marco.
Nicely done from Marco. That kind of shot is tactic that you can take to the club.
Try this.
As if you're just moving one stone, just that quieter weight, you'll see all these big teams just more like hack to not even board.
How far can we roll?
If you're just moving one stone, give your sweepers a chance to control it, give it a chance to grab the curl.
If you nose it, it'll
So
be
that
very
tactic
close
I
to
do
me
recommend you use at the club. You don't need to play a big
Give me
9-second
an inch to
takeout.
roll is great.
That's more
12-5.
likely to roll away, roll too far. Just play, gentle, 10, 11 seconds, even 12 seconds. Hog to hog time.
Clean.
Here again, just that quieter weight from Grant Hardy. He needs to control the roll on the shooter as well.
Hard. Hard.
And Bobby Lammy really putting his back into that and being rewarded with getting it round that corner guard by nothing at all. So, still two dangerous yellows then hanging on at the edge. And those two reds in the centre starting to look a little bit more vulnerable.
Valt het zo, die wordt sneller.
Ik val het.
Same idea then for Marco Hösli, all the way on the other side of the sheet this time. And just that quiet wait. That looked more like maybe even 12 seconds, hog to hog. Make sure you can control it and make sure you get the roll to stay in the house. Nice throw from him.
Yeah, it's probably a 2/3. It's not bad if you do that as well. That's half stone. Okay. Stick it into the side. 2/3.
Grant going for the double then. In off. That red just thrown by Marco Hösli towards the centre. He's not going to get the roll the right way though.
Great, yeah. Og der er pause. Det vil ikke blive. Jeg tror, tendenser for Iseli.
Scotland just not quite finding their rhythm this morning. This team unbeaten as well. Mouat's team won 4 out of 4 in their round robin and overcoming Team Zhu from China, who happened to also be in their group. So 2 victories over the Chinese team. Good game yesterday, their quarter final. That really, again, went to the last stone.
Okay, great, yeah. Ja, 2,5 is ook goed. 2,5. Dit is oké. Ja. 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 Really good. Oh. Easy. Oh.
Fourth thrower, Philip Hösli then.
Oh. Easy.
He's really got this shot in his pocket. Just being asked for a guard weight. And goodness me, they've been like this all weekend, the Hösli team, I tell you. They are just being so precise with their stone placement, and oh. If you love Bruce Mouat's team, and of course we all love Bruce Mouat's team, then that's a sad sight to see the pair of them looking a bit confused about things. Oh dear, Hanne McMillan Sr. going off to play golf. Don't give up yet. But yeah, certainly everything coming up Hösli at the moment. Scotland really under the cosh out there.
Not sure, but it's very close. Looks a bit easier from this side. Looks a bit easier from this side. It didn't look there from our side, but looks just there now. It does, yeah. 12-5. I think that's okay. We need to kill it, that's the only thing.
I still can't tell you what the score was on sheet 3. But from the way things are shaping up, and I think this is last stone, it must have been an Italian score in the third end.
This looks there to me. It looks there.
So we need Bruce Mouat to come up with a little bit of magic. Steady the ship out there for Scotland.
Hard. Hammy.
But, oh gosh, that rather summing up Scotland's morning at the moment.
Macht er, wenn wir da sind? Soll ich kurz anschauen?
Trying to do you.
Das letzte steht im Score.
A bit of a combination of the Hösli team being absolutely on top of their game, as they have been all weekend, and really some unforced errors from Scotland that you don't typically see from them.
Ich frage mich, ob das ein Triple ist, aber ich glaube, wir gehen da, oder? Dann machen wir gleich eins, ja. Das ist der Mensch.
But not a nice combination to have if you're Scotland.
Aber das ist schwierig.
Ja, also der bist ziemlich zügig einmal auf der. Ich finde das gut, ja.
Man kann es etwas runterfreezen, ja. Ja. Freut mich. Kannst du 4 Beißen, oder?
Was?
4 Beißen. Kann bis runtergehen, oder?
Ist das?
Ja.
Ja.
Mir gefällt hoch besser.
Das finde ich gut.
Ja, ich auch.
Right, they have finally updated the scoreboard next door, and everything coming up Swissy over there as well. Italy scoring singles when they have last stone, but Yannick Schwaller scoring twos, and that means that at the halfway point over on the other semi-final, it is Yannick Schwaller of Switzerland 4, Joe Retornaz of Italy 2.
Easy.
Ja, you go.
Karl. Karl.
Mark. Straat.
Bin ich gut?
Straat.
Straight.
Komm. Nimm sie aus.
Wo sind wir?
Noch ein bisschen. Gut.
Philip Hoesli, he's had 4 ends worth of practicing that shot, just a close guard. And he's done it again.
I think if you're going to make contact with that one, you've got to roll out.
And similarly to yesterday, if I say I don't feel sorry for Bruce Mouat very often, it's because I don't need to. I was feeling bad for Ross Whyte as well yesterday. And now I'm feeling bad for Bruce Mouat.
Don't have any of it.
Ja, also so Andy Slide habe ich mega Spin verloren.
Ja.
This triple isn't there to spin this.
I'm not even sure if there is a direct line on the yellow to the pin, is there? It doesn't catch the red on the way through. I think you have to score, yeah.
You could maybe make it this way, but 7 looks like it's... Yeah. Yeah. I'll give that a go. Quarter.
Third.
I know, but you'd rather score one than the other one. Do you think?
Techie last in Scotland feeling the same. Yeah, this is very unlike Bruce Mouat's team, yeah.
You take one steal, then you
Certainly on the back of last season's performance when they strode to the trophy here in Baden and yeah, then just more or less set off around the world collecting trophies everywhere. But that's to take nothing away from the Swiss, who are truly setting up every end just perfectly. And yeah, normally Scotland definitely have the firepower to deal with that kind of setup, but yeah, just not quite finding their rhythm this morning.
Okay. Same way as I just played.
Oh, huge shot here for Bruce Mouat.
Really straight. Thought he was a little clean on it.
I truly don't want to say it's a bit of a game over if he doesn't find the right angle here, but it would be quite a long way back if this shot doesn't work. So for the sake of good curling, have a good throw, Bruce Mouat.
Yep. Whoa, whoa.
That is a brave effort from Bruce. The angle was lovely. Didn't quite have enough gas to get there. That is a steal of 2 again for the Swiss. Goodness, I think if you had a chat with Team Hösli over breakfast this morning and said, how about being 5-0 up at half time without ever having had last stone, they'd be delighted. But yeah, a very unexpected constellation of this game. I am now going to say that Scotland urgently needs to pull themselves together. The game not out of reach, but of course they've got some work to do to get themselves back into this game now. And the bad news for Mouat's team is that the Swiss have spent 4 ends just attacking that centre line, guard weight, front of house weight, and they're going to keep doing it. Oh dear, Tom's rail announcements. Yeah, I remember back on Friday, Tom predicted that Mouat would defend the Baden Masters. But they need to get it together as a matter of urgency if that's going to be realistic. It would be some comeback, and that's why they're champions. I know that Marco Hösli's team, they are always professional. They will not be looking at a final. They won't be thinking about that just now. You cannot take your eyes off the world champions. But look at that for a score. A blank followed by 3 steals. It was Marco Hösli's team, current vice champions of Switzerland. They are 5-0 ahead over the all-conquering Scottish team of Bruce Mouat. Same as before, please. Justin Hauser. He's been setting up these ends beautifully. Simon Glure has been building on that setup. And I don't want to say that Marco Hösli and brother Philip having an easy life. They still have to make their shots, but goodness me, what a setup they are getting from Justin Hauser and Simon Glure.
Line's great. Line's great.
There is prize money as a consolation for the teams who make the knockout stages, the quarterfinals. So our 4 quarterfinalists from yesterday evening, all of them take home 1,500 Swiss francs. The 2 semi-finalists here, they will take home 4,500 Swiss francs. Runner-up prize is 8,000, and the winner will earn themselves a very tasty 12,000 Swiss francs. So if you make the quarterfinals, there is a nice prize as a consolation. That is different. Bruce Mouat mixing things up a bit. And to be fair, Marco Hösli mixing things up as well. And again, look at the placement of the Swiss stones there. What he's doing is just trying to neutralise the threat of the corner guards by blocking the path in behind them.
All hammies, all hammies. Hard then. Hard, as far as you can. Keep it going, keep it going.
That's a fine throw from Bobby Lammy. Still using the corner guard, but having to go around the other side. Very nice. I did ask Team Germany yesterday, Mark Muskatewicz's team, if they really got walloped by Marco Hösli, and I said, oh, were you maybe kind of tired after they had a real bruising encounter against Michael Brunner in a winner-takes-all, and they were the only team that played the draw immediately before the quarterfinals last night. And I said, oh, did that maybe take it out of you? You were maybe a bit tired. And they said, no, not really. They were very honest. They said, no, Hösli's team were just much better.
I think you have to start moving something. Just try and hit this pretty thick to try and spin up slightly. Or you make this double and roll here. Okay. 2/3.
Yeah, there's an 8 building here if you're not careful.
Yeah.
That's fine from Bobby Lammy, removing 2 red counters and leaving himself in front of house.
Ich finde das okay.
Ja, 3 gute Steine. Gefällt es dir schnell so? Nicht unbedingt gut aus der Runde schieben, oder? Machen wir das? Yes.
Marco thinking though, indeed, if he just catches the left side of that yellow, he can just pop it out the side. Bobby Lammy will be hoping that it catches a bit too much curl, and maybe that red stone behind will be a catcher. But the Swiss in no mood for making mistakes today.
Yep, yep. Whoa, whoa. Hey, yep. Whoa. Cut.
Just like that.
Yeah.
It's just top 8.
Well, whatever little magic ingredient Team Hösli is using, I think there are a lot of other teams around the world that will be studying this one.
Hard then.
Mouat's team just demolishing everyone last season.
Hard line.
But
Line's
backs against the wall this morning here in
Hard
Baden.
line. Hard. Whoa. Okay. A little bit, but not that tight.
Board.
Yeah, I can't give that better than a not bad myself. That's, again, not quite where Scotland wanted it. They're really struggling to find good stone placement this morning. And in contrast, Team Hösli, almost like they've got remote controlled stones. They're just dropping them exactly where they want every time. Same idea for Marco. Again, just that quiet way. He needs the stone to curl onto its target. Justin Hauser, look at that stone curl. Great speed from him. This is sensational stuff from the Höslis, it truly is. And from that perspective, I'm very happy to see it. I've had a soft spot for Hösli team for a long time.
Make this double.
And I'm really delighted to see them coming so good.
That's okay as well, yeah.
Swiss Championship last year and continuing excellent form here in Baden.
Okay.
I wonder if our final here at Baden Masters, will it be a repeat of the Swiss Championship final? The final is at 1:30 European time.
Curl. Okay. Sorry.
Oh dear. If it's not one thing, it's another. Oh dear, poor Grant Hardy, just lifting his eyes to the heavens. Just wondering, what do we have to do today to catch a break here? And at the moment, it is advantage Yannick Schwaller on sheet 3. The Italians continuing to score singles with last stone. And after 5 ends over there, it's Schwaller 4, Retornaz 3.
After seeing how he's run down there. Yeah, curl that a lot.
So, easy peel, 7-2 umeinander. Gut, langsam 7-2 umeinander.
We are in the 5th end of Baden Masters semi-final. And if you're just joining, you may think, golly, that scoreboard is not expected. And I would agree with you. Take that. That's a nice thing to say from Tequilas, indeed. The Swiss really are on fire. They are just finding perfect placement with their stones, shot after shot. And the Scots having no answer to it this morning. So it's, yeah, advantage Swissy on both semi-finals at the moment.
How much have you got that? Looks cool.
Grant Hardy just saying there's nowhere to hide at all. And that kind of summing up their semi-final. We're in the 5th end. Scotland have had last stone every single end.
Yeah. Try and hit 2/3, 3/4.
Of course, this is a humbling one for them.
Don't think that's going far.
These things happen. We all have a rubbish day.
I getting this out? Okay.
But yeah, this is
Yeah.
this is not as expected.
I mean this, but
The Swiss absolutely keeping the boot on the neck of Scotland since
make it
the
probably.
first end.
I'm just worried. Yeah, I mean he's probably able to run that back anyway. So. Yeah. Bobby's call. Think so. Make sure that other red goes then. Yeah. Tough though.
Yeah, it's tough. Here high and out turn in.
Need to scrape the guard, I think. Don't mind that.
So no trouble for Scotland to aim to score 1 point here at this end. There's, I was going to say plenty of space, that's not fully true. There are a bunch of reds, but it would be easy for Bruce Mouat to remove a bunch of reds. But what they are concerned about is leaving a yellow for Philip Hoesli to just remove. So they're working hard to try to give himself an opportunity to score 2. Not easy from there, but at least they have a yellow front of house that they can use.
Actually curled.
Ja, schon nur so Zeugs, ja.
Man könnte irgendwo noch reinlegen.
Ja. Fast das Einzige.
Wie?
Fast das Einzige, da legen wir noch das da. Geschmalten easy score, aber ist egal.
Objective for Hoesli team has not changed since the first stone. They are trying to prevent Scotland scoring 2.
Ist egal eigentlich,
That's
ja.
what they're discussing just now.
Was sehen die jetzt? Ich überlege mir die Garten.
Hagel noch das.
Momentan ist das das Einzige. Ich sehe nicht, wo wir rein können oder was Garten. Schon so, ja. Machen wir doch das, ja.
Also.
Das ist immer noch ein schwieriger Stein.
Ja. Das machst du zu, ja?
Ja, genau.
Ja.
Das andere geht häufig auf den Rand rein. Mir gefällt das.
Gut.
So here's the exact placement for this stone
Ja.
to try to stop Bruce Mouat being able to score 2. Simon Gruer just indicating kind of front 12 foot.
Probably slashing that onto the 5, hoping to somehow score 1.
Halb 8 fast schon.
Maybe 2. Yeah.
Ja, vielleicht nur ganz 12,
Get
dass
one
er
in
mir
there.
Gelb, aber Gelb wäre oben rauszunehmen. Schon gut, dieser
If I
8
have the angle in, I might be able to score 2. Don't think I do.
Denkst du da schon, ja.
Okay.
Final throw of the 5th end for Philip Hoesli.
Wenig gut.
Wenig gut. Unmenge.
Easy.
Wenig gut. Gell genug.
Eher grad. Ja. Ja. Ja.
Yeah, I don't mind the freeze, you know, or yeah. Lying 3, some sort of raised triple takeout and lying 2 afterwards. Not straightforward. And I really like where that stone is actually, because even if
If you plant it right onto the,
if you plant it,
like into the pocket, yeah, I think it's really close.
plant it right in there, as Grant Hardy says.
Half stones.
Yeah, you need to move all 3. Otherwise, again, you're going to leave 1 red sitting, and your yellow will be just in front of it. So yet again, the Swiss finding
Plant into that pocket.
just superb stone placement.
Might have to whip it a wee bit, I think.
Genau, das gut.
So full beans from Bruce Mouat. Again, looking for a real tricky angle. He's not far off, but it's just not their day. And yeah, enough is enough. Well, a very unexpected semi-final there. But what a victory for Marco Hösli. As I said, Team Germany, the European champions, they met them in the quarterfinals yesterday evening. And Marco Hösli chased them off the ice, so the Hösli team won all 4 of their round robin. They got past the European champions in the quarterfinals, the world champions in the semi-finals, and they are now off with 3 ends to spare to have a good old rest and let the other semi-final use all their energy over there. So what a performance from Marco Hösli's side. The current vice Swiss champions. And they are in imperious form out there. They barely put a stone wrong. Yeah, big smiles from them, absolutely right. And yeah, Bruce Mouat's team from Scotland, that's a humbling one. Just nothing going their way this morning. They will not defend their championship here in Baden. I'm sure they will still be out there with the best teams in the world for the rest of the season. But yeah, just not their game at all this morning. The Swiss attacking them from the very first stone, finding wonderful stone placement end after end. And look at that, 8-0 against the world champions, and you didn't have last stone once. That is terrifyingly good. So I think that, I was going to say that surprised everyone, maybe except the 4 people in Team Hoesli. That's how we are on the other semi-final. We are on end 6. You can see it's close, but the Swiss are being a bit more efficient with hammer there. The winner of that game will be meeting the in-form team of Marco Hösli of Switzerland. They're already off. They demolished the European champions yesterday evening. They demolished the world champions this morning. And they are awaiting the winner of the game on sheet 3. It is currently Yannick Schwaller of Switzerland leading 4-3 over Joe Retornaz of Italy. You can keep watching that on sheet 3 live stream. We will be back at 1:30 European, featuring Team Hösli of Switzerland and the winner of this game here. It will either be a rerun of the Swiss Championship, the final there, Schwaller versus Hösli, or it will be champions of 2 years ago, Joe Retornaz. Join us again at 1:30. Thank you for your company for this outstanding, or well, surprising semi-final. Come back later at 1:30 for the final. Bye for now.